Now, before I even go far, I'd like to mention that, first of all, this is a very massive book because now it has 1035 pages. So, this is a massive book that it took me a long time to read it. And now, midway through reading it, I ended up coming up with a new read the book. And now, eventually, it took me 9 months to finally finish reading it. So, this is a massive book, so this is not a book that you just pick up and you'll finish it immediately. This is a book that will take time. The reason for this is that Napoleon Hill goes into details, like he explains what the law that is trying to explain in as many details as possible, even as many examples as possible, so that you can grasp what he's talking about. So that is the first thing that I would like to mention about Law of Success by Napoleon Hill. Now, this is the penultimate session of the Lead Book Review series, and so that is for 2026. So, 2026, I will be so next week will be the last session, and after that, I will be taking a break. So, up until 2027 January. So, 2027 January is when I'll be continuing with this series. Now, this series is about one thing, and this one thing is that I share the books which I've which I have read and which have contributed to who I am today. Now, with each book, I share the takeaways that I have from each book. So you may be asking, who has this book contributed to? And this book have contributed to the founder and CEO of NKLD. So I'm Samuel Kim, the founder and CEO of NKLD. Now, through the books, I've been able to go from being a freelancer to being a business owner. Now, NK Elite is an agency which focuses on one thing, and that is optimizing revenue for and profits and for clinical DTC brands using EROS lead revenue optimization system. Now, back to of Success by Napoleon Hill. So my first takeaway is about the mastermind. And now the mastermind is about two or more people coming together for the sole purpose of achieving, of accomplishing a specific purpose. And now the main word in a mastermind is harmony. So harmony is very important that when you bring those people together, so whether it is two people, four people, five people, when you bring them together, it has to be in harmony. And now, in your mastermind, if you realize that someone is not in harmony, you have to remove them from your mastermind and replace them with someone else who is in harmony with you. So that is what this concept is about. That is what this law is about. And now, the thing about this law is that it is about you experimenting and finding out what is the magic number for you. So, do you, does your mastermind work best when you have five people? Does your mastermind work well when you have eight people? Does your mastermind work well when you have 10 people? So, this one is about knowing your magic number. Now, keeping up with your magic number. So, that is the first takeaway, the mastermind. Now, to the second takeaway. My second takeaway is about the story of Mark Antony. So this is the story of how Mark Antony ended up influencing people after Caesar was assassinated by Brutus and Cassius and the other senators. So this one is goes back to the to the place that Shakespeare wrote for in order to express what was going on, and now in order to give an idea of what happened when Mark Antony was giving a speech. Now the thing about this story is that in the beginning, Mark Antony realizes that the people are against him because he was a friend of Caesar, so they are very hostile to him, like they don't want him to speak. So what Mark Antony does is that he starts the speech slowly, and now as he goes with his speech, now he starts it in such a way that the people kind of realize that hey, Mark Antony is not here to praise Caesar. Mark Antony is here to is on our side. He's looking at Caesar as a tyrant. But now the speech goes on now. Mark Antony picks up speed. So he goes picking up speed and then eventually at the end he ends up rallying the people when he finishes up his speech with Caesar's will. Now the thing about this speech is that it's about how to influence people because influencing people like the art of oratory. It's not about telling the truth. The art of oratory is about moving people. Now the only way you move people is by using by awakening their emotions. So now the only way to awaken their emotions is by showing them that you are on their side and then tactically take your speech in a way that you want it to go so that eventually they'll be on your side. So the thing here is it's about knowing what move people and as I've already mentioned there's a emotional part and now the other thing is about people are only moved by too many emotions and now the first one is fear and then the second one is enthusiasm. So those are the only two emotions that move people and when you know how to use them in your speech, you can use them in such a way that you'll be moving people once they hear your speech. So that is my second takeaway is the speech of Mark Antony. Now we are on to the third takeaway. Now the third takeaway now this one is the last law. Now this is the law of cosmic habit force. And the thing about this force is that it goes into details about the power of habit. Like when you create a habit, so in the beginning it is very difficult, but once you have created that habit, it now runs in the background. Now you don't have to keep thinking about it each and every moment. Now that is the first thing about this law. The second thing is that it's about the connection between you and infinite intelligence. Now infinite intelligence now this one is the one that you tap into through the mastermind that I mentioned in the first takeaway. And now, when you're in a mastermind, now you end up tapping into the infinite intelligence. So you end up tapping into knowledge. It's as if one more person has been added to your group. So that is the thing about this infinite intelligence. And for me, the way I look at it is I look at it in terms of the universe. So there are three ways to look at it. So the first one is in terms of the universe, the second one is in terms of supreme being. So this one is for religious people, and now the third one is in terms of the source. So there are only those three ways, and now that is how you are able to tap into infinite intelligence. So that is that takeaway about the law of cosmic habit force. Now, as I have already mentioned, this is the penultimate session of Elite Elite Book Review Series 2026. So next week will be the final session in 2026, and after that I will be continuing with the series from January 2027. So for now, bye bye, Kapedian.